All right, so we're gonna get started with the match reviews for this evening. We have 6, so we have quite a few to get through. So strap in, because it's gonna be a while. Starting today, we're starting with ShinyGolisopod, which has just over 1K hours in the game. The big thing I'm looking for you, I remember we talked about, just breathing, taking it down a notch, in, out, not letting the stress of the game get to you. And so that's what I'm going to be looking for, is for you keeping your cool during this match. You are playing Dredge, who is a very hard killer to, pinpoint their strength of, because they are so map dependent. You are an RPD East Wing, which I do think definitely favors Dredge, because locker availability is kind of the main reason he's map dependent. And there is a ton of lockers here. It's an indoor map, and you have stealth elements as well. So that is pretty good for you. So that's going in your favor. Let's take a look at add-ons. All right, so we're only going to cover the add-ons here. Because Chaos Shuffle, you have no agency over your build, so we just omit that part of the match reviews. You are using Mouththinker Skull, which is probably kind of like agreed upon to be like Dredge's best add-on, so that's awesome. You're also using Hede's Calendar, which is also a very well agreed upon, excellent Dredge add-on. So nothing bad in terms of picks here. Other things that you could have used were like Boat Key or Field Recorder or Broken Doll, stuff like that. Those are also fairly all right. Once again, your build, you had no agency over, so we skipped that part. Yeah, let's see how the match goes. We were talking about this earlier. We were talking about yellows that really overperform. Our big example being Lambert's Star Map on Xenomorph. I think Mouththinker Skull is definitely one of those as well. So we're talking about like, oh, in Chaos Shuffle in the future, we should only let up to yellow add-ons be brought. There would be add-ons like these two. Okay, you're choosing to split pressure here for some reason. She didn't have a lot to work with. You could have very easily downed her. I don't know why you decided to break off here. Yeah, that was kind of unnecessary. I just extended this chase by a lot. There's always going to be one person who's like, oh my gosh, I thought you were the one that was playing. But, good play. I have my hand on my face, so I don't know how I'd be doing that. Yeah, you had a little bit of a long chase there. You find her pretty early on. Okay. So that chase is pretty long. It was at the cusp, but it was pretty long. For that. I think it was you just taking a detour to try like pressure that person off the ground real quick and then coming back was the issue. Well, the controls, but I do have an MMO mouse. I could technically do that, which is funny. Why was he just staring at the blocker? That's so funny. Good, you're bouncing back to Fung, who you've already hit the once already. Killers in Dead by Daylight get really like concerned about like, how do I pressure 4 stars at once? It's like you don't. You pick 2 or 3 that are like easier to chase, and then you go after them. Are you doing that by accident? Like, why are you like consistently like leaving chases? I don't know why you're doing that. I know Dredge can be good as a split pressure killer, but usually that's in tandem with like specific perks and stuff. Doing it consistently like this is just wasting time. Match time is gen time. High fire. How are you? Oh. I must say, you're just gonna get pallet stun doing it there. Usually when you're doing like a Dredge Remnant like this, think of it like how you would place like a hack trap or something. Put it on the way to a resource, not at the resource, because if you put it at the resource like this, then what just happened to you is going to happen where like you can come out swinging, but you're just gonna hit the window or get smacked by the pallet. So, yeah. That's a very common mistake I see a lot. Yo, Maldy, thanks so much for the follow, friend. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing well today, bud. Be having a fine Memorial Day weekend. Or I've had, I guess. Be the more appropriate phrasing. Hey, just because you can teleport doesn't mean you should. I see you're very, very, like, teleport happy, but you're not doing it with any sort of contextualization besides just doing it. And it's making you almost unintentionally play, like, this kind of hit-and-run play style, and I don't think that's what you're trying to do. Like, you gotta bring it back. Like, just doing it willy-nilly doesn't make sense. Like, you've been entering and leaving this chase with Fung for how long now? Let's see, this is 336. Is this her that you were chasing? It's kind of hard to tell, because you've been, like, leaving and returning to chase with her over and over. And you haven't downed her once in that whole time. I think case in point being, you've been, like, kind of, like, dodging around chasing this person and haven't downed them in, like, over a minute. Like, it's probably more. Like, you gotta commit. So you spent a long time just kind of messing around. I think a lot of, like, PvP players, like, massively just, like, underestimate how hard split pressure is to pull off as a playstyle, and they just all want to do it. It doesn't end up working that way. Mid to DN? Wait, aren't you the one that was real me for these nut jokes? Where did you fall to the dark side? Why is it okay when you do it? This is the opposite? Yeah, this is like, I must teleport all the time. I must teleport. As I say, not as I do. Okay. Good to see you, Spongy. Hope you're well. Be like, what are you doing? Why are you not just picking up and hooking her? Like, okay. I mean, luckily you found Fung. But you didn't know she was there. You just got lucky. These nut jokes fell off? Don't you mean they dropped? Interesting. I'm not even responding to that one. that was layered. That was a layered these nuts joke. That was a complex one. I'm going outside with my dog? Oh, that sounds really cozy. I didn't do that. I spend too much time indoors. Way too much time indoors. The problem is I'm, like, really aggressively introverted, and the only time that, like, I get by myself is, like, really late at night. So, you gotta stop losing Chase every 2 seconds. Like, you gotta commit to downs. You literally had Fung dead, and you've left Chase with her twice! And now she's healed up because you were like, wee, I can teleport a lot. I don't mean that disrespectful. I'm trying to make it comedic. Like, you're so obsessed with teleporting that you're not thinking about when I should teleport. You're just, like, doing it. And you're leaving her again! Oh my gosh! If you leave her again, I'm gonna eat my own shoe! She is Death Hook! And you have left Chase with her 3 times! 3 times! That Fung Mean is dead! Once you get her sacrificed, this is a 3v1 at 3 gens! Easy peasy! You've left Chase with her 3 times because you're so spam teleport happy. Quit it! This is giving commitment issues. Ah, it must be a male player. Is that what you were going with that? There's a fire up, that's fine. And nowhere to hide. Please commit to her this time. Please commit to her. Please commit, please commit, please commit, please commit, please commit. I really didn't want to eat my shoe. I was like, this is gonna be a weird bit, and I do not want to follow through with it. Thank you. Oh, that's so unlucky. You should still have this though. Everybody's good too. I think they got discouraged because the last time they used the Remnant, they just got that out smacked on their face, so they were like, oh, I don't want to use it here. I would kick that just to waste their time. Yeah. You're probably not. Yeah, you okay. I want you to take. That is an name. Simp Lord Queen. I like that. Thank you for the follow, friend. I want you to take Golisopod. I want you to take how cool and how good you think the teleport is and have it and play your games that way. You seem to think it's like this apply all win the game thing, and it's not. It's not as good as you think it is. It's not something you should be using like every chase. Yeah, it's just kind of stuck there. There's not much you can do. Like there, like at nightfall in the middle of this chase, like boom. Excellent. Excellent use of the power. You've been doing it like nonstop the entire game. In between chases, during chases, you're just using it like nonstop. Good macro sends to come back and check this. They haven't unregressed yet, which is really good for you. Kind of like going for this like, yeah, mind game prediction, but you guessed wrong, so you just kind of lose her in there. Remember, Ace is dead now. Didn't you leave them? I don't know why you did that. Yeah, that's why Boki's fun. Because if you do like teleports a lot, it airs itself to that playstyle. But I would argue even with Boki, like, you shouldn't be teleporting in a lot of these instances, in all of these places you're using them. I do like the idea of using it as a way to quickly go between two floors. But, yeah. Yeah, but my point being, Blueberry, is like, a lot of your teleports in your teleport are probably very contextual. It makes sense, right? It's not just like, I'm in chase with somebody. Time to just randomly teleport away. You know? That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's not Death Lord. That's right. There's two aces in the game. Whoops. Bad brain. Bad brain. Forgot there were two. That's Nightfall? Yeah, like the way they used it against Ada and that one chase, where she vaulted that and they just popped out. That was really good. I will say, in general, this is RPD advice for all you killer mains who hate RPD. This side of RPD, downstairs, on east side, no reason to go back here. There's no gen. This is a vacuum for your pressure. We talk about ambient pressure sometimes, just like the killer's presence being kind of something that the survivors have to play around and be nervous about. If you chase down here, there's always going to be a god pallet down here, whether it be in the office here or over here in the hallway. But this is a dead zone of pressure for you. Like, unless they're like you're going to confirm get the down here. Like, don't come down here. Been up on the top floor there. No, I'm not talking about the top floor, Toto. I'm talking about the bottom floor. Very Wraith, it's good to see you, friend. Hopefully you're well. Dredge Cosmetic. The left is the anniversary, and the right is the doll. Yeah, yeah, this area, like down here, like there's nothing for you here. Like there's nothing to pressure down here, so don't let somebody lead you through here. Don't go down to this area. It's because there's no gen. So unless they're trying to waste your time and chase, there is no reason to go down here. Good use of that. Like precisely the reason it's bad to go there is why you don't want to chase there. She shouldn't have fallen for that. She had a god pallet there. She shouldn't have fallen for that. But she did. That sounds like they're on that. Oh, he just dropped through the hole there. She gave up? They're 1 gen, why would she give up? Oh, they gave this to you. Oh, man. That's game changing right there for them. She just made it a 2v1 for literally 0 reason at 1 gen. That's so... I would be so mad. Yeah, I'd be so mad. I would give up too. This was so winnable. This is at least a 2 out. I don't know why she did that. Yeah, I got mazed. I feel like he's just like, I will get this pallet stuff. Okay. They threw. Not to take away from anything you did right. They threw. If Ada had stayed in the game, they could have gotten that last gen done, and it would have been at least a 2 out. That's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Wow, that really does suck for them, because that was like that was not at all a loss for them yet. Whew. Okay, so in terms of your main takeaways, obviously the main one, probably your #1 takeaway, is that you should contextualize when you should teleport instead of just thinking you could use it all the time. Because there were sometimes like a Nightfall where you're in mid-chase, you were trying to use it mid-chase, it was helpful. Using it for general like map traversal, fine. But there's a lot of times you were just kind of like doing it just to do it when you didn't know where anybody was, you weren't in chase, you were just kind of like teleporting for no reason. There would be actively times where you would teleport away mid-chase to go, I don't know, hope somebody was over somewhere. Like that added a lot of chase time to your chases. Like I was pointing out in the middle of this, which will probably make its own takeaway here in a second, it's like you left chase with Fung 3 times while she was death hook. 3 times. Because you were so teleport happy. And that bloated your chase time so much. And match time is gen time. You could not be doing that. So I would say I would tone down the teleports and try to use them where they're helpful or make them more purposeful instead of just, oh, I'm going to teleport now. Because it definitely got the vibe you were just kind of doing it just to do it, which was not great. Also, second takeaway, as we're kind of alluding to, it's okay to try and split pressure, but there's so many situations in this match where committing was the right option and you would split pressure for no reason. Like we brought with the aforementioned example, Fung was death hook, and you entered chase with her 3 times before you actually downed her. Like you did not commit to her. That was not the right moment to split pressure. Split pressuring is like, okay, well, I need everybody generally injured so I can like go pop up on someone, get a quick and decisive down. That way I can, you know, snowball the rest of this match. You were already in a position where you were going to snowball by having somebody dead. You know what I'm saying? You were already in the position where I have access to a very, very heavy snowball by having Fung dead. You didn't have to create a snowball situation there, which is the point of split pressuring. So do not do that in the future. Do not do that in the future. Otherwise, very minor thing. I don't even know if it'll make it its own takeaway, but like there are plenty of situations you could have used your Remnant more in Chase. And also, like I said, you kind of want to use your Remnant more as a tool on the way to a resource and not directly at the resource. Because if you use your, and this goes for any like kind of like, I know it's not really technically a trap, but this just goes for like trap killers too, and anything that like circumvents Chase that's placeable, like a clown bottle or a Freddy snare, is like put it on the way to something like a window or a pallet. Don't put it directly at it, because as you found out, if you put it directly at like the pallet, you're just gonna get smacked with the pallet the moment you get around there. But if you put it on the way to the resource, you could beat them to it, down them, and it serves its purpose. So those would be my main things I would improve on.